Thank you very much for inviting me to Estonian conference. I am from the Czech Republic State Enterprise. My name is Josef Svoboda, and I would like to present you what problems, what troubles we have in the last 2-3 years, and what we expect for the next future, maybe next 3, 4, 5 years. My presentation has the title "Alarming Forest Damages in the Central Europe Caused by the Spruce Bark Beetle." And firstly, I would like to present about some figures about our organization. Our organization is the biggest forest company in the Czech Republic. We manage, we provide the forest business across the whole Czech Republic, and you see our structure. We have the headquarters in Hradec Králové. Headquarters in Hradec Králové is located here. This is my mouse. And we have also in our structure one headquarters and 11 regional directorates. And you can see the colors of our 11 directorates. So about our company, the company is owned by the state, Czech Republic. Was established 1992 after the Velvet Revolution, because until the time was the Czech Republic States Enterprise divided in 11 or 12 independent companies. With the new structure since 1992 came the centralization of the company. And I would like to present some key figures from the last year, because of course you will all see that our tasks are absolute, total others than was maybe 3 years ago. But now, at the moment, what is stable is the forest area. The forest area in the whole country is 2.6 million hectares. And from Lesy České republiky, State Enterprise, we manage the area 1.2 million hectares. Something was changed also in 2014. Was in the Czech Republic the last restitution process, and this restitution process was joined with the giving the forest land back to the church, and we have to give the church in the last restitution process 140,000 hectares. Annual harvest volume in 2019 was 13.4 million cubic meters. 13.9 million cubic meters. And from this volume was as an incidental cutting volume was 13.4 million. And you can see from these figures that we cannot absolutely plan, because mostly 100% of the cutting volume is located as incidental cutting volume. Forest reforestation is 30,000 hectares, and we planted the last year 60 million tree seedlings. Of course, we as a state enterprise provide a supervisory for the private owners, and we made it on the area 281,000 hectares. We are looking for, we are caring for water courses, 38,000 kilometers. We invested last year 35.1 million euros. Employees, the number is stable, 3,450. And then we have 3 channels for the wood selling. We sell the timber at the roadside. There is the volume 1.6 million cubic meters. We also organize electronic auctions. Last year was auctioned 2.9 million cubic meters. And the third, the mostly used channel is the sale of timber in comprehensive contracts. We sold 7.8 million cubic meters last year. Last year was the first year with the minus profit. Our operating profit was for first time from the establishing of the state's company minus 30.3 million euros. And all area is certified by PFC certification in the Lesy České republiky. Sorry. And I will overcome to our problematic. The problematic, as is known in the Central Europe, that the most infected areas in the Central Europe are located, especially in the Czech Republic. And you can see on this map how was the developing of this infection for the last maybe 2 years. You can see the map of the Czech Republic here. Is the map of the Czech Republic, and there is two colors. The red color is the most infected areas with a bark beetle, and the developing since 3rd for 2019. The next was in the same year, 30 August 2019. How developed the infected area, maybe moving to the west and to the south of the Czech Republic. And the last picture is from the 27th of July 2020. And you can see that what is important also, that the Czech Forestry Act has to be changed in the last year 2019 for twice as a reaction for the bark beetle calamity. Without this changing, it was not possible to go to some special measures of the general validity. And after this novelization of the Czech forest law was possible from the Ministry of Agriculture to say some special measures for the forest owners. And you can see that the special forest, the special measures for the general validities was especially made only for these red areas and for all the Czech Republic. I will explain you what does it mean. Measures of the general validity. The first are the measures related to the all Czech Republic, to all area, and they are valid until 31 of December 2022. And the firstly, in the forest of the Czech Republic, the sterile bark beetle wood, the standing sterile bark beetle wood, can be proceeded and be cutted into 31 of December 2022. The forest owners are further obliged to preferably harvest freshly infected wood and them in good time process. It means the sterile standing trees can stay until 2022, and but the wood what is fresh infested has to be proceeded immediately. This is the first message. The second is that the clear-cut areas created on forest lands as a result of incidental logging must be afforested within 5 years. Normally, by the state, by the Czech forest law, is it in the 3 years, And the forest land has to be secured within 10 years. By the Czech law, normally it is 7 years. It means every both date, the reforestation and also the secure the plantings was prolonged for 3 years. And the third measure is that into 31/12/2022, forest reproductive material from any nature forest areas in the Czech Republic, we have 41, and attitude zone may be used without limits. This means we resigned for the genetic until 2022. This does not apply for reforestation with Norway spruce reproductive materials. There are measures for the whole Czech Republic, and there are some special measures only for the red zones. The forest owner is not obliged to use traps and put traps as a protection measures. That is the obligation of the forest owner to actively search for bark beetle trees and infected trees in time to remove. And the second measure is on the calamity areas larger than 2 hectares. Normally in the Czech Republic is obliged to have a maximum size of the clear-cut area 1 hectare. If there we have larger clear-cuttings areas than 2 hectares, we have to provide 5-meter wide unforested strips, and they can be left at the distance of the 20 meters from each other. This is measurements for the hunting for the next periods. Here on the next picture, you can see the overview how high are our cutting volume every year since 2008 until 2019, and you can see the big progress since 2016 in the last 3 years, big progress in the harvesting volume per year. And also there is in detail what is a plant cutting, what is the nature disasters, what are the bark beetle, this is the red color. The yellow is the nature disasters, wind and snow, and under incidental cuttings. And you can see what is a planning cutting. We can say, okay, in this stand I will plant some cutting. It's for us in the last 2 years impossible. It means we cut only in stands where we have a problem. Sometimes there's big problems. So going back to map the Czech Republic, it means that all capacities are located in the red color areas, and in the areas maybe in the northwest areas there is no bark beetle, but we have to keep the people to work their capacities there, and also this is a problem to keep the capacities for all year there as a forest workers. Okay, this is the volume of the cutting per year, and the last 2 years the sustainable cutting volume per year in the Czech Forest Enterprise is about 8 million. Everything what is over 8 million is not sustainable. It means we are cutting more than per year. The last year, the expectation is also the same for 2020. We expect the same volume as of 2019, maybe 13.5 million cubic meters, 14 million cubic meters. So we are going to next picture. So it's here. And here on this picture, you can see how is the processing, the harvesting volume on incidental felling, cuttings, since January 2015 until the month July 2020. You can see also the progress that the peaks are there is that in the summertime there is the time there is the barbeque the most active, and you can see the last years the big progress also with the proceeded volume per month. What is here important also to say that in the year 2015, 2016, and maybe 2017 was a big problem to process the infested wood during winter time. In the last years, 2018, 2019, we also harvest big volume also during the winter time. We don't. This is the good message. We don't resign for the forest protection. We also really strictly harvest the infested wood from the forest, and we put also the big volume on the market. Here, this line, the violet line, you can see the comparing between the same period, 7 months, July 2019 and 7th July 2020, and you can see the progress is going down because I have to say that we have new management the last 2 years, and the forest policy processing of the park people is something other from the other management of the company. It means if we compare these months together, we can see the volume is going down, but is very good signal for the wood for the forest protection, and also for our customers for the wood selling. What is also important to say for the 2020 for this year is that we got lots of rain, lots of rainfall, because the process 2015 until 2019 was joined with the dry period, and we have in the Czech Republic as an average perceptions maybe 750 millimeter per year. They were distributed regularly for all year, and in the last 5 years we got only 500, and it was distributed regularly. It was a big reason why the barbeque is so spread in the Czech Republic. Also, the mechanisms is joined with the climate change. So we are going to the next picture. We can see the logic by the type of the selling channels. I asked you on the start of our presentation that we use mostly 3 sales channels, and you can see here how is it distributed for this year. The Leden is in January, February, March, was 2019, and you can see here January 2020, February 2020 until July 2020. And you can see also what we have to change. Also, we have to change some things that we provided the most operations during our comprehensive contracts with our contractors. And there was also one disadvantage, and this disadvantage was joined with, if I have 5 people in the forest stands, I cannot only too easy to say you can proceed it and you can go there. If I have everything business in my hands, that I can decide you have the capacity here, here, and here, then I have the bigger chance to really kill, to be very to be good with the bar beetle processing, to be really very quick in the processing. And it was very crucial, and we decided in comparing to 2019 to do more in our own regime, in our capacities, own capacities. And we sell the wood mostly at the roadside in comparing to years 2019. You can see here, and you can see here the months, and the comprehensive contracts was going down. The electronic auctions is also a little bit as it's going down, but the crucial is really to process the wood with our capacities, not to be independent from our customers, our contractors. Here, this is the volume, the month's volume. There is the prediction for the next months, August, September, October, November. I have no figure in my system for the August. There is the prediction how high will be volume in the next months until the end of 2020. So the red color is, the red line is how high is the volume what we find in the forest sands as a bark beetle wood, and this peak is also in the summer, the time what we have not able in 2019 to process, and this at the moment you can see if there is some problem here, and you can see how high we are in the processing in comparing to the volume what we find in the last months. And there, this is the prediction line. The black line is what we have to, what is the optimal to proceed every month. And you can see also there is not so big differences between optimal and is, but there is some capacities was failing. So this is about the volume, how big the volume is, what we have the possible routes to proceed the bark processes, the bark beetle felling. And on the other hand, one phase is to manage the bark beetle wood, and the second thing is to have some strategy in the forest regeneration, because normally if there was not bark beetle there, we had maybe 8,000 hectares for the artificial regeneration. Maybe 3,000 hectares was naturally regenerated. And now we stay for our task maybe in the next 2-3 years to regenerate instead 8,000 artificially, maybe to regenerate 30,000 per year. This is one thing. The second thing is that we have the large clear-cut areas. Normally, what I mentioned was that according forest Czech law is allowed to make the biggest clear-cut area 1 hectare, and now we have normally 50 hectares, 100 hectares. We have also one clear-cut area that is 1,000 hectares big. This is a big problem with microclimate and with artificial regeneration, because the climate conditions are very heavy there, We can measure the temperature on the summertime, and we measured maybe the temperature about 60 degrees on the soil. And this is the same temperature in as on asphalt roads. And we have to follow very carefully. We have to combine some methods for the regeneration. Also, we have to combine some other species, not only to put on the areas only one or two species as a spruce and maybe beech. We have some strategy on every forest stands to put the minimum 3 species, and one species 20%, 20, and the rest 40%, something others. Also, to combine the natural regeneration, also use the birch, other species, was unbelievable in the maybe last 10 years. And we also elaborated some new strategy for the forest regeneration on our clear-cut areas, and we divided the strategy up to 3 hectares, to 10 hectares, and over 10 hectares in principle. And if I would maybe mention what is important as a species, according to Czech forest law, is also obligatory to put on the areas without the spruce also the other species, fir, birch, beech, oak, ash, and we have in the Czech Republic the big palette of the species. We have about 40 species, and there is no plan maybe to use some geographical residual classes, for example, red oak, and so we use mostly the domestic tree species. The undomestic tree species are possible to put on the areas, but with the nature protection, we have big troubles, and we put we plant on these species only until 5% of the 5% at the area on the areas, because it means that for us it's not crucial to use undomestic tree species. So this was very important, the cutting and also the regenerating. And the third thing, what is also important with the changing of the climate change, is to support the saturation of the water in the forest. And we opened last year a very big program. This is the multi-year program. What is known, we return water to the forests. And we planned the investments about 40 million euros on the start. And we invested maybe 2019 about 10 million euros. And we built new ponds, we buy new ponds and wet areas we support also, and we invest, I mentioned 10 million euros. In 2020, we increased our activities also in this Corona crisis, and we planned 150 projects, and also in the investments about 10 million euros. We will continue on next year. It was a very successful program. We feel that there is a support from the society, and we see the results and the benefits that we have also accumulated more water in the forests, what can help also for our regeneration, for the changing of the climate and the stands. The next program, what we started last year, and we will continue this year, that we involved the people for the regenerating process, and we have one day in the year, the main day in the year, and the year is known the Day for Reforestation. We organized last year on the 19th October 2019 on the 14 locations through the Czech Republic. There was attend 31,000 people, and it's 31,000 people were very actively in the reforestation. They helped us to reforestate our forest. Also, we got supporting from the very famous personalities from the Czech Republic. For example, Petr Cech as a goalkeeper, opera singer, some actors, and so it was very important. And what is important to say that everybody cooperated with us for free. We didn't pay nothing for agencies or so. It was really for free. We repeat this very successful program in 2020. We plan on the 17th October 2020 also the same date for the reforestations. And we invite also on the 13 locations located through the Czech Republic in our regions new day, and we expect that we will be the same success, to similar success as the last year. The outcome of this positive marketing is that we have only positive feedback. If we did something in the last time, it was lots of negative reactions for our business because we have to cut. This is not very nice. But this regenerations is very positive, and we have to say that we all day were present in live streams on States Radio, on the Czech TV. They were from our side, was there 800 people, employees. They cooperated, they organized all day. And the benefits was that the Day for Reforestation will continue in 2020. Planted hundreds of thousands new seedlings. The people had the good feelings. Then they asked us what's happened with my tree, what I planted last year. And it's very positive. And the public and the media are on the part of the Lesy České republiky. So I think this was the overview from Lesy České republiky, what we do last year. If we would like to estimate how big is the problem in the Czech Republic, it's very easy to say that the Lesy České republiky, if we now harvest 13-14 million cubic meters per year, the whole Czech Republic is harvesting 30 million cubic meters. You have to multiply 2, and you have the figures for the Czech Republic. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have a question, maybe you can join during your conference. I can answer if you are interested. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Svoboda, for your presentation and for being with us over Zoom to reply to some of the questions. You have received numerous questions, but perhaps I'll focus on two or three of them, considering the time limitations. So first of all, what tree species do you use for reforestation after bark beetle damage?
Good morning to everyone. Thank you again for the invitation. I would like to summarize what we use as percentage of these species. First, play is, of course, the spruce. Spruce has in the moment about 30-35%, and the second place is for beech. Beech is about 10-15%. Also, oak is about 15%, and followed by the fir. Fir takes at the moment about 8%. Together, the broadleaves and the fir takes together about 50%.
Thanks a lot. Another question, when looking back to what has been done to prevent bark beetle spreading, should something have been done differently? For example, should you have made larger or smaller sanitary cuttings or used more or less pheromone traps?
Good question. What I mentioned in my presentation was that the first strategy was maybe to resign for the putting the traps and maybe for the forest protection. But the last years we consequently put the forest traps and pheromone traps, and this was something what maybe was used also in Germany, because in Germany we heard that they only signed infested trees, but they resigned for the protection. In the last year, we consequently used normally methods for the forest protection. Consequently.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Another question, what is the attitude of society regarding large clear cuttings for avoiding bark beetle damages? Are you understood by people, or has it caused increase of protests against forest management?
I have to say the first moment was that the society was really disappointed, because you, especially in the villages, you see that the forest in the big, large areas is dead. And the people are used to go there to for mushrooms and for the forest fruits. And now they see there is no forest. Maybe this was very crucial first point. And the second point was to work very closely with the society. We organized this event, what we mentioned, with the society. And now we see that we have the society on our part. We understand the moment, and I have to say now at the moment in the Czech Republic, we have no protests against our work. We have, I think, at the moment support. I think the society supports us at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Thanks again, Mr. Svoboda, for taking your time on behalf of our viewers, on behalf of the organizers. We really appreciate this, and have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Thank you very much. And I wish you a successful meeting. Thank you very much.
Thanks.